And welcome everyone to Cardolan. Welcome to a Scouts of Entertainment Reforged replay. If you'd like to submit through other Reforged replays like this or other Total War replays, there are links at the bottom of your screen and also in the description below. There's also a PayPal option, Subscribestar, Patreon, and Stream Destination link also in the description below. If you'd like to support my work, it does help the channel, it does help me work on other projects I have in my head. But if those aren't options for you, then please remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick that bell for notifications, and leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. But before we get in with the replay, if you'd like to join the tournament... just like to announce that the entries for the Reforged tournament I am running have now closed. They closed last night. Table is being finalised, rules are being finalised. The tree should be out shortly, and once it's out, players will have 3 days to complete their matches. But for now, let's get in with the replay. So today's replay comes from Propa Gravy, commanding the realm of Arthedain today. He is one of 3 defenders, I believe. And we've got some Dunedin mounted company here, a couple of units of them. Some Arthedain men-at-arms here, these guys here, basic model. We have some dismounted Forest Iron Knights, Arthedain marksmen. We have some Arthedain men-at-arms here, 2 units there. Make that 3. One of them's got a hiding ability, probably because of the trees. We have some Dunedin Troll Slayers here, a couple of units. Some Dunedin Peacekeepers, 2 units. These guys are actually better than men-at-arms. Regrettably, I did not know that before. I didn't pay too much attention to it. I always thought it was the cannon fodder unit of Arthedain, and I got to own that forever. But these guys are actually really, really good, and you can give them an armor upgrade. So keep that in mind in the future. We have some Arthedain pikemen here, some Arthedain marksmen. Looks to be none of them are armored up, not even the pikemen. So Propa's gone for maybe a numerical based army than an elite styled army of Arthedain. But it looks like that's where all the men he has here. I think we've covered everything except these guys here. We've got some Wardens of the North, Dismounted Knights of Numinas, and 2 more units of Dismounted Forest Iron Knights. So he's brought a few units of these guys here today. And we'll go to the first of his 2 allies, which is Cardolan, commanded by Medieval Feud, who has some Menhera Spearmen here, Menhera Men-at-Arms, Mercenary Crossbowmen, and we have the 3rd defender. Oh no, still Cardolan. I thought it was dwarves there for a second. We have some Hearthguard of Amun-Sul. Up here we have some Mercenary Crossbowmen, and also some Menhera Sharpshooters. We also have Trebuchet, and 2 units of Dunedin Captains. Would have cost him a little bit to bring 2 of them. And we have some Tharbad Warhammers here, just the 1 unit. And the rest of his army appears to be over here. No, this is some Latterus, commanded by Iron. Very easy name. You got some Eldamie Archers here, a matter of Sentries, 2 units, some Gwaithar Rochador. 3 units of Latterus Guardians. These guys here are not armoured up. We have some God Helm NUR, not armoured. Brune Iron River Wards. The rest of their army appears to be inside the city, or maybe over here. Yes, well, we've got 1 unit outside. Eldamie Archers, Eldamie Spearmen. Looks to be Eldamie Archers again. He's bought a few units there. We've got some Menhera the Spearmen, Menhera Men-at-Arms. I think maybe 2 units of each here. It looks like we've got some units on the walls. We got Menhera Sharpshooters, Menhera Spearmen, more Men-at-Arms. Got some Wards of Tone Gothard. I was wondering when I was going to see them. Some Eldamie Swordmasters, and more Eldamie Spearmen. And that appears to be it. Got some Men-at-Arms Gatekeepers, Cardolan Generals in this unit, because that's just easy to tell. And we come to the first of 5 attacking armies today. We've got Isengard to start us off, commanded by Don, the Don. He's got some Uruk-hai Reavers, some Uruk-hai Infantry here, 4 units. 2 units of Uruk-hai Berserkers, again would have cost him a bit to bring 2. Some Nazgûl High, Uruk-hai Crossbows, 2 units. Let's Hunting Pack, which is your pretty much the Ranger version for Isengard, body piercing. And some Guards of Orthanc. And I don't think I've seen Don before, so if you're new Don, welcome to Reforged. We've got Ruin next, commanded by Balrog 456. Again, I haven't seen Balrog before, so if you're new Balrog, welcome to Reforged as well. We got, I think, 1 unit here of Belcloth Tribesmen. Some Eastron Crossbows armoured up. I like how you can armour up the crossbowmen now all the way to make it look like the rest of the Runic army. They really fit in more. We've got 2 units of Lycanth Rim, make that 3. We got some Loke Scion Rim, 1 unit there. Some Loke Flag Rim. Good Men-at-Arms style version. Pretty reliable. We have some Loke Inas Rim. Another unit of Loke Scion Rim, some Loke Flag Rim, more Tribesmen, more Crossbowmen, And some more like Flag Rim. Now, I didn't see any Camille's chosen. Oh, there they are. They're right there. Whoops. I was thinking of the Dragon's Wrath Crossbowmen. That was the unit I was thinking of. I didn't see him bring any of them. So I'll keep an eye out for them later. Our next attacker is Orcs in the Misty Mountains, committed by a familiar face. Beast mode on 70. He's got some Black Urks in the Mountains, 2 units. Some White Urk Fearmongers. We've got some Black Bat Mountain Berserkers. Try saying that 3 times fast. We've got some Heavy Goblin Infantry here, 3 units. Some Cave Trolls. We've got 2 units of Heavy Goblin Crossbows here. We've got Mountain Uruk Host, Heavy Goblin Archers, 2 units there. Another unit of Uruk Host, and some Goblin Archers. Mercenary Crossbowmen. I think I touched on that before. Our 4th attacker is General Chromosome. Well, also I've seen before. He's got some Herodane Pikemen here. He's commanding the room of Rudar. Herodane Berserkers, 2 units of Swordsmen here. 2 units of Dunman Outrunners. I don't know why he brought 2 units of them. Colfa Battens I might understand because they can throw javelins, but hard to see how they are effective unless he gets them across and gets them out into the open, which is not that easy on this map. We have some Rudar Clansmen here, not armoured up. Some Witchrum Enslavers. We also got over here Rudar Marksmen, Rudar Clansmen. We got 2 units of Rudar Swordsmen here. Some Dunman Spearmen and Rudar Marksmen. And our final attacker, he's got hidden units as well, maybe some Frodden Javelins, Trollshore Axe Throwers, even some Etymos Troll Hunters maybe. We'll keep an eye out for them. We've got Angmar next, commanded by X. What a name. EX. We got some Witches, some Catapult, some Witchhorn Scourge Raiders armoured up, some Trolls of Gundabad, Trolls of Angmar, Blackwatch Legion, Witchhorn Blackguard, some Guardians of Khadum not armoured up, 2 units. We've got Witchhorn Pikemen and Witchhorn Scourge Raiders. And he might have some hidden units, some hidden Goblin units, maybe some Snaga Archers, we'll see. But for now, let's get this siege started. Enjoy. Now, it looks like the defenders are already in place and ready to receive the attackers, based on their formations. Looks like Medieval was thinking about setting up his mercenary crossbows. Maybe not a good idea when we've got Heavy Goblin Archers already set up. But Medieval's got his units ready in reserve. Probably best to get... I didn't see any artillery. Actually, I did see some artillery. They brought a trebuchet, I thought. Yeah, it's right over there. Best to put trebuchet maybe here. Get some archers here on the hill. It's a good elevated position. I find a lot of players, whenever I play this map, use this hill, including myself. Whenever you're defending, it makes it much easier to just shoot your enemy as they come in. Now, to cross the bridges, it's becoming easier, at least for me these days, to cross the bridges. You just left click your hold, right, and then it displays the formation you can put your unit in. You just need to left click on unit and mark the formation you want them to move to, and just make sure the formation marker crosses or intersects the bridge here. And once they're in place, you simply tell them to go across the bridge, and they'll go across. Easy as that. They can even run across. But you must get the formation. You must make sure the formation intersects this bridge before you release it. And once they're in there, you must make sure that they're in formation, that they're right there before you click across. Otherwise, they'll just walk away somewhere else and try and find a long way around. But that is the secret to crossing the bridges. It is as simple as that. I played a battle yesterday with Gervais and some other guys. We had to use bridges to cross, and I did that, and it was really easy. Okay, Snaga Archers have started us off. Now, Propa can't sustain this very long because these units are not armoured up. Even though these are Snaga, they do a little bit of amount of damage, and there are a lot of them. And it also doesn't help that the pikemen are all bunched up into tight formation, so it just helps the Snaga get extra hits. They've lost about 7 or 8 men already. We've got Witchhorn Scourge Raiders coming up next. After their marksman needs to start firing on them pronto. They can probably start hitting them now. They can't let them get too close, not with that number in the unit. That's 143 axes coming their way. That unit will evaporate in under 10 seconds. If Propa allows them to get too close. He's started firing on them now, which is good. They're in tight formation. I like the sound, a little pitter-patter across the wooden bridge. The rest of the attackers are not moving up at all yet. So I admire X to be the first one to go in. I think he deserves credit for that. He's lost about 46 men, 47 men so far. The thing is, he can actually run his troops. I don't know if I don't think he's running the troops across. I think you can run your troops across the bridge. I know you can. Just need to get firing. I know this is frustrating. Alright. People can testify to this when I, oh good, Propa got his men into loose formation. That definitely helps things. But I yell at my units to tell them to fire faster when they're under pressure. I know it doesn't help, but I can't help myself. I said, fire, damn it, fire! Why the hell are you just sitting there? Fire! And it doesn't help at all, but I just can't help myself. Yep. Propa has reduced them to a small size. At this point, the Skedres are not too much of a threat. Snager archers here. Are they out of ammunition? Yes, they are. But they need support. Although there's 200 of them, they'll break at the drop of a hat. They'll probably break when they've got like 150 left. They need some morale support. Otherwise, there's no point really sending light troops into battle. They'll break on you before they even get into the fight. And then when they get into the fight, they'll last maybe 5 seconds. They gotta make sure you have troll drummers, or at least they're surrounded by other units. I mean, people use light tier units all the time as a meat shield, so it's better off just using them like that instead of just sending them in on their own to try and coax the enemy into shooting them. Most veteran players will not shoot at you, so if you need to reforge, don't do that. You're better off just using your light tier troops like the Goblin Archers or Snaga as a meat shield, just to send in when you're sending in your main or mid tier or elite troops like your men at arms, your White Uruk Fearmongers, even your Heavy Goblin Halberds or Spears. Just when you send those in, just send the Snaga in with them. Make sure the Snaga's all packed around them so they can absorb all the arrow fire or javelins coming their way. It won't help you against rangers, of course, but it will help you against anything else. Now, it's beneficial to fire a couple of volleys here at the men at arms. I mean, they are a mid-tier unit. Worth shooting just a couple of volleys at to try and weaken just a little bit, so it helps your own infantry out when they engage them later on. But you shouldn't waste too many volleys on them. Just a little bit to weaken them. And, you know, Beast Mode did stop, so he fired a few volleys in and then he stopped. They are bladed up, you got a few kills. So he's doing that right. With this land bridge, this is amazing. Goblin Archers have gone all the way over here. But I think you'll find if he marches them too much further, they'll actually divert over here, bunch up, and then spread out maybe when they get to this point here. Yeah, that pathfinding of this land bridge has to be fixed. It really makes the attack more difficult. Mercenary crossbows. Medieval saw that his crossbows were hitting the ledge there, so he moved them up close to try and help the crossbows in the back. So we got Goblin Archers here mixed in with some Uruk-hai Reavers. Actually, you see that? The Goblin Archers just sort of they charge straight ahead. That is interesting. See, the Reavers were having a bit more success here against the men at arms than they normally would otherwise. Largely thanks to the Goblin Archers, who did hit them a few times. Actually, I think they used up all the ammunition on them, because they're in the fight now with their blades out. But with the arrival of the Menhir Spearmen, well, Cardolan has this battle in spades. They need to send up reinforcements to help them out. Heavy Goblin archers are here. It looks like they're shooting at the crossbowmen. You got a few kills there. Okari was broken 68. They'll probably reform and come back. Beast getting his Goblin Archers out of there because they're going to break on their own soon anyway. And it also enables the Heavy Goblin Archers to get some shots here on a nice Cardolan blob. 4% to 6%. It looks like we've got some Foreign Javelin sent over from General Chromosome a little bit too early. If you ask me, I don't know what he's thinking there. Foreign Javelins is one of the best Javelin units in Rudar's arsenal. The fact that I say he's setting up way too soon is that after they pretty much has full ammunition at this stage. More to the point, he didn't put them in loose formation prior to sending them across the bridge, so they're all tightly compact. You can't really afford to lose these guys too soon, at least until they've used up all the javelins and, you know, go nuts with them after that. But they can fire all the way over there. Despite being in loose formation, getting a lot of kills there. Do no Troll Slayers here. They got hammered. They might escape with about 70 men. Okay, they drove back the do no Troll Slayers. He saved 82, that's more than I thought he would save, so well done there. Okay, X sent over some, okay, he's got his Goblin, so Snagger Stalkers across, mixed in with these Snagger Archers. We got some reinforcements coming over, some Guardians of Cardolan, which is good. You know you can run the troops across the bridge. You probably should just do that. Propa should probably fire on him. He is nicely packed for it. Maybe he just wants him to get in closer. It does help. Obviously, to shoot at closer targets, you'll definitely improve your chances of getting more hits. But, you know, it is pretty darn close. And it is an attractive target. Okay, 6% to 8%. We're just over 25% of the way through. CX really knows how to use these bridges. He must have played this before. Maybe he's just changed his name. Alright, do no Troll Slayers will do their work here. They're evaporating the ranks of the Guardians of Cardolan. We've got our AP axes ready to be charged in. Proper setting up reinforcements to hold here. God help, man, you are getting a little bit too close there to the main fight. The do no Troll Slayers are should be literally engaging the trolls. They are Troll Slayers after all. little bit early. Sorry, it's a little bit early to say that, isn't it? We've got some trolls of Angmar looking to shut down the Rudar Martian. We've got 5 trolls now attacking them. The rest got caught up in the Duno Troll Slayer ranks. Propa has them in guard mode. Just click your shield, put them in guard mode like that. And they broke. Really should have sent up the Barrow Whites with the first wave of Guardians of Cardolan. Would have definitely kept them alive. Alright, let's go over here, see what's happened. Mercenary crossbows destroying the Heavy Goblin Archers. Beast readying another unit of Goblin Archers to be sent in. Doesn't look like the next attack is imminent. Okay, Godhelm and you are firing now. The reinforcements, that's the Recon Pikemen. The Barrow Whites really need to be put first here. Recon Pikemen should not have been leading the charge here. This mistake could cost X his army. Not being armoured up certainly doesn't help things. Now Blackwatch Legion now is being targeted. I think they're sort of scrambling to get across. Now, to their credit, they are standing up to that fire pretty well, even though they're being shot into the back. It really just looks like X is walking across the bridge instead of running across the bridge. He's got to run if he's going to do this.
Seems almost certain.
We're just sort of watching the battle at the moment to see what Propa does here. I mean, he's got 2 units that looks like of men-at-arms. His Arthane Pikemen, well, the original units pretty much been destroyed. And his Arthane men-at-arms don't have any upgrades whatsoever, so they won't last too long in the fight. And now that we have the Barrow Whites finally embedded within the main blob, they should provide some decent protection here for the rest of the Angmar forces. Provided that probably doesn't have any rangers nearby. You got here, we've got Arthane Pikemen here charging into some Dunman Spearmen. Artillery pikes probably shouldn't have done this. They should have let the archers go to work since the archers were firing on this position already. Looks like we have some more developments over here. In here are sharpshooters. Shooting at some Lurt's hunting pack. Alright, Don brought these guys up way too soon. He's got to get them out of there now. They will not last very long at all under that fire. Who are they trying to shoot at? Are they trying to shoot the amount of sentries? If they can hit them there, that's good. I'm not seeing it. The Eastern crossbows here firing to the amount of sentries. That's a good target there for Rune. He's bringing his Lurt's hunting back even closer. It's only about down to 38. They've lost 20 minutes since we last saw. They're firing to the amount of sentries now. Look, that's all well and good, but he's not going to have any Lurt's hunting back to use in a second. And these are crossbows, even if he spreads them out. Crossbows have a pretty good accurate rate. Or accuracy, sorry, pretty good accuracy. I'll just leave it at that. Down to 18. It was 53 60 seconds ago. These crossbows should probably fire on the Menhir sharpshooters. I think they're trying to hit the Amateur spearmen. Sorry, Amateur sentries. The Goblin archers here out of ammunition. They've got an infantry being sent up. Okay, looks like they're targeting the mercenary crossbowmen.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Surprised we're not getting a wave of ruined crossbows coming through. Crossbow bolts. Seems like we're only getting a few shots here and there. Dumb and outrunners just getting in the way right now. Not a bad idea to actually charge them through. They will drive back the mercenary crossbows, which is a bonus. Beast is surrounding the Amateur sentries, which is what you need to do. They are a great pike unit, but the attacker from the side and behind them becomes much easier to take them down. And the dumb and outrunners are actually going to get through here. There's only one unit of crossbows in their way right here. They can definitely help out Angmar and the rest of their Rudar forces, that's for sure. We've got Great Rochador coming in, that's not a good thing there for Rudar. They've got to get out of there. They can't go toe to toe with the Rochador. Melee or lance, it's not going to work out well for them. He's actually retreating. He's retreating the dumb and outrunners. He's not going to try and get them through to help out his own forces or Angmar down the other end. Looks like Angmar's making a little bit more progress over here. We've got a fresh unit of Richon Scourge Raiders that might have used their axes, I don't know. Now, this push has really hurt Angmar bad. He doesn't have too much of an army left, but he does have enough to turn the tide over here and maybe force the defenders back inside the Cardolan city. So, he paid a bit, but if he moves quickly, he can preserve what's left of his forces and take down all the Arthedain troops right here, right now. Just got to get those barrow whites in there to protect his pikemen and his and his Guardians of Cardolan and his Scourge Raiders. Maybe just get them in loose formation and just spread them out all along this area here, just to provide some sort of protection for his units. Richon Blackguard needs to probably charge in and take out those Arthedae marksmen. They're not firing on them right now. Barrow Wights are pretty decent in combat, as I always say. I'm surprised with how well they can do in combat. Okay, Don has come over here with a few units. He's sending across some Urukai infantry. Problem Javelins thinking about going back across. Arthedae Pike are moving up to sort of hold them in place. Looks like Propa's thinking about withdrawing. We've got a lot of doing out of the company coming in. Nothing takes down Barrow Wights faster than a good cavalry charge. Except maybe some Blacklock Engineers or Dragon's Wrath crossbows. I think in terms of missile units, those are the two most effective, I think, against the Barrow Wights. You can't use witches, you only get witches with Angmar. Barrow Wights are only available to Angmar, so you can't use witches in this case. Maybe the Kindred of Celeborn. X needs to get his Trolls of Gunabat over here to protect his Richon Blackguard from those cab charges. Trolls are okay against most cavalry. Not too good against the heavy lancers like the Gwaithar Rochador, but they're okay with that. They're okay with everything else, I think. Got Trebuchet up here, Rochador in place, Captains at the ready. Amaris Guardians also being sent in. Nice hit there. Another nice hit there. Against the Harrowdane Pikemen, though, this Ruda cannot afford to have these guys killed so easily. He's got to send them in. Just send them into fight. He's getting into loose formation for some reason.
It is coming for us.
That is a mistake. I don't know why he's not sending his pikemen. Maybe he's afraid. The Trebuchet can actually hit these lines, so maybe that is why he's afraid. But why put them there exactly? If he's not going to send them in, why put them so close to the main battle? I suppose the only saving grace is that these Harrowdane Pikemen are just being a magnet for those Trebuchet, it would appear, leaving the whole battle line untouched. Like, this Trebuchet here could get a chunk of these troops gone, and when that happens, it could cause a mass chain rout. Now, time is of the essence here. The attackers are running out of time very, very quickly here. As soon as this Trebuchet gets going, they could be finished. We've got Eastron crossbowmen here pouring their crossbows into the Tharbad Warhammers. And that are sentries. We've got Balthor Tribesmen here as well. But they probably should fire on the amount of sentries here. I think they can get a lot more hits here faster and bring these guys down quicker. You get a few javelins in there, but I think you should be shooting over here. Trebuchet looks like it's struggling to fire. Unclear what's happening here. Surely this Trebuchet should be able to fire on these two blobs. Okay, I'm really going to try for these guys. Alright, they're going for the Urukai crossbows of all things. Maybe they can't hit the blobs here. I thought they could. The attackers have got to communicate better. Got to spread out their damn missile units. They keep getting them. They keep grouping them up too close together. There's no reason these crossbows can't be simply placed either further down behind them or over here even in this little area, so they can shoot in. They're also in tight formation, which is not doing Don any favours. $38 to 38. Defenders being a little bit too aggressive here. It could hurt them. Those Duno captains need to go to the right wing of their defence. Right now they're heading towards the left. They're doing alright on the left. They need help on the right. Okay, Blackguard still making their way up. Witches, he's trying to get across. He's struggling a little bit.
Defeat seems almost certain.
I think maybe the God Elm NUR has something to do with that. Trolls are good about should be sent over to try and attack God Helm. They look good. Took out a chunk there.
Only half our force remains.
Rudar marksman firing in at reinforcements. I think the defenders need to pull back here. They shouldn't be too aggressive with this defense anymore. I think they've lost it. We've got a lot of missile units being brought up here that are just depleting the defenses faster than they can really send them in. I mean, this unit's fresh, and pretty much all the defenders on the right flank are down to the fresh unit that was just sent into battle. The amount of sentries, I think, are pretty much gone. Darbad Warhammer is also down to less than 50%. The amount of sentries also being shot at. Okay. Whoa. What have we got here? We've got mercenary crossbowmen here. Going after the Witches of X. They're down to 8. Down to 7. They're broken. They're broken. Holy smokes. X is probably really annoyed that he had to use almost half his ammunition on these guys. But that catapult saved their witches. Unfortunately, they lost their general, which doesn't help things. But nice sniping there from Feud. We got the Godhelm NUR here. Rich on Blackguard. They can defeat these. Sorry, these are marksmen. They can hit these marksmen pretty easily. Iron here could easily help Propa Gravy out by just sending up the Godhelm, placing them behind the Blackguard, shooting the Blackguard into the back. That depletes one of X's best units fast, damages them significantly, and really helps out his team. So the fact that these Godhelm are sitting here doing nothing is a big detriment to the defense here. I might be focused on a battle elsewhere, but this is where communication is key. Propa should be sending him a message saying, "Hey man, get your Godhelm behind these guys and shoot them. No one's attacking you there. They're open." You got some barrow whites coming in, but they're slow as. I think the Godhelm can easily outrun them. We've got mercenary crossbows here that could be charging into the barrow whites to delay their attack. Rudar is being more bold here. It makes sense. Their allies over on the land bridge are having a lot of success. It's 15 out of 46. Rudar clansmen here. These guys are armoured up. You'll notice the shields are different. They're not a pale reddish maroon colour. Armour is also different too, but the shields will give it away firstly. Doing my peacekeepers here look like they're armored up. Okay, medieval was running some cover there. God helm, I thought they had ammunition still. Which on Blackguard got annihilated somehow. You're just thinking like, what happened to them? Was it some good recharges? It must have been. I mean, these are just marksmen. It's possible as a Guatho Rochador, they are in the area.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, but defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, X should probably abandon his hopes of coming this way. He should just send his witches around to the main force where the rest of his allies are and just come across the land bridge. It's probably safer. At least his witches have some protection that way. X is leaving his witches behind, but thanks to Don, at least they got some cover in case Medieval tries to run over his mercenary crossbows again, or a second unit to try and take him out. X should not be leaving his most valuable unit behind and so exposed. We've got Trolls of the White Hand here. So the attacker's next move for his allies across the land bridge that now have broken through needs to wheel right, which is exactly what Don is doing here, to try and help out the rest of the team, make sure their allies get across with what little forces they have left. Marudar definitely took a lot of casualties. He's still got some men, but he's taken a few hits. And with Don's reinforcements, the defenders here will be driven off. Guatho Rochador, probably a good idea to run away the Trolls of the White Hand. The Rochador I've seen can take down a few trolls, but if you can't get away, you're better off charging in. You shouldn't let the Rochador just charge into you unchallenged if you can't get away. And melee fight favours the trolls here. Rochador is only good for charging melee units, not too good in prolonged combat against most. Trolls here pretty bloodied up. $55 to $49. Alright, looks like we've got all the defense falling back. Who we got here? We got Iron's General, I think, trying to get into the city. He's got some time. The attackers are still a little ways off. Let's try and get inside the city here, see what's here. Trebuchet's been brought back. Archers need to get into a better position. They shouldn't be left where they are. They even put here. We're up on the walls. He's got one unit here already on the walls. Probably spread them out a little bit. Minotaur and Gatekeepers from Feud. Not bad. They got a lot of their units here just for a last stand if need be, if it's warranted. We've got some units here covering some of the entrances. We've got some spearmen here and some more archers. Okay, so to the defenders' credit, they are covering all the entry points into Cardolan. Just ready to stop them holding in place. They need an archer unit over here, which they do. So defenders have pretty much planned for this. They're well covered in each direction. Godhelm just taking his time walking across. Mercenary crossbows wavering. Oh no, they're steady. They're just very tight. Ooh, what do you got here? Did the Rochador charge in unmistakable? Oh no. Yeah, it looks like the Rochador did charge in here by mistake and he lost a few of them that way. Same goes for the Dunamantha Company. That's always, it always irks you, I suppose, when your own stakes unfortunately work against you. Okay, is those the witches over there? They are. Good. X is doing it right. And we've got the attackers here just mopping up the area. They're going to sort themselves out, get ready to go in, so we'll do a small cut here, guys, and come back once they begin their assault inside the city of Cardolan. Now the enemy archers firing at a blob of Don's men. Definitely a good idea. This is a lot of infantry here. They can get a lot of damage too, get a few kills here as well. Doesn't look like many have the option to fire. Now where are the old enemy archers firing at? Well, they're not firing anymore. They were before, but they're not now. We've got heavy goblin archers here. I thought goblin archers used their mission a long time ago, and they did. Uruk-hai infantry is down to 43 there, so they've lost a few. We've got the Uruk-hai crossbows here. He's getting a couple of easy hits here, taking out some of the old enemy archers here, so Iron really needs to pay attention here and get his troops moving. We've got the Minotaur and Gatekeepers here winding up. No, they're shooting at something else. They're shooting at all the Uruk-hai infantry here. Is a depleted unit. Don is getting Cardolan to waste some valuable ammunition here on them. Medieval has stopped. Being Don, you just march your guys up a little bit more, get some easy hits, get some easy kills. I mean, you know, why not? If you can take on the enemy with little risk to yourself, you probably should. Like in Asrim charging into braced spearmen, this is never a good idea. As you can see, Spearmen did not sustain any casualties. All I see is dead in Asrim. Much to the annoyance here of Rune, or Balrog. Uruk-hai infantry getting in place. Probably should wait until he's ready with all the forces he needs to send in. You should never drip feed your forces in. That never goes well, guys. You got to stop doing that. You either choose when to attack or you don't. You don't just drip your forces in. And if your enemy does have javelins nearby, you got to think of a way to sort of support your forces as you send them in. So you should set up crossbows to shoot at the enemy if you can. Like, do whatever you can to protect your men. But if you just strip your forces in, it just helps your defenders kill your forces faster, because they outnumber your attacking forces when you drip feed your forces in there. So you really make it easier for your opponents to kill you faster. If you send in a lot of troops at once, it makes it harder. It actually helps out your forces kill the defenders faster. Now, the drawback obviously is that I'm saying obviously a lot here, is that if it has crossbows, say, you know, up here on the ledge, or javelins even, and they do shoot into your forces, you will sustain casualties quickly. But if you can get some fire here on the defending forces, like here, or over here, it does make it easier for your troops to burst through that defense and wheel around and shut down those javelins or axes or crossbows here where the Minotaur and Gatekeepers are. Knowing you're being attacked is one thing. Getting them, you have to get there and shut them. You have to think of a way to get to where the enemy archers are, or javelins or whatever. Get to them and shut them down. You've got to think of a way. You don't just want to attack. You want to think of a way to attack and also shut down the enemy support as well. Speed is everything once you commit to your attack. Time is against the attackers in that regard. And with the defenders, the longer it takes your attack to get through, the easier or more likely it is for the defenders to destroy your forces and win. Timing is everything in this game. Like these trolls here, sent in, would smash through the Minhira spearmen. And then the infantry could come in behind them to be the final wave that just bursts the floodgates. And then all of a sudden you're through. There's just men at arms here behind them. They're not the best holding unit. And the only thing between you and the sharpshooters, not that much. We got God Helm here nearby. So the attacker's probably thinking, okay, where is he going to put the God Helm here? Do I need to worry about this? If I break through, how soon will I expose myself to them? And can I get to them? Those kind of things. In the past, we've also seen defenders put archers up here. Like God Helm up here is not a good thing for the attackers because it's an easy mark. So if you're going to attack from this direction and you see your defenders have like Elders of the Elven King, God Helm, Watchers of the Golden Wood, Kindred of Kelleron, you want to keep all your elite troops around, you know, past here until you're ready to use them. And when you do use them, you want to get them to this side of the hill as fast as possible so it offers you protection. It's not just about using your units, it's about where you put them as well. Looks like we're still a little ways off here from an attack. The attackers are still getting their troops around the city. It doesn't look like they're going to actually try for this side. We don't really see the attackers go from this direction too often. Not unless the defenders allow the attackers to assault the city, you know, straight away and don't have any outer defense whatsoever. But because it looks like we're still a little ways off from an engagement. Half the time I say that, that's when they start to attack, which is really annoying. But we will do a small cut here, guys, and come back soon. Well, that lasted 5 seconds, that break. Saw the sharpshooters winding up. Going after the Rudar swordsman, good idea. General Chromosome making the mistake of not putting his forces close to that hill as possible, therefore taking out the risk of those sharpshooters straight away. Or just get them behind the hill here. You can put forces here. As long as there's no archers up here, this vicinity is relatively safe. But, you know, you've got to make sure that your forces are out of the line of fire here. We got Black Uruks of the Mountains that could be targeted. Same goes for the White Uruk Fearmongers. Both of those units you do not want to lose so easily before you've had a chance to actually use them. Okay, trolls have been sent in. Right now the attackers have the momentum. They can break through here quickly. If they can get through here quickly, they can get to those God Helm Annuar. They can shut down the Thieves of Tharbad. They can own this area, and the benefits of breaking through is that it will draw defenders away from the other choke points as well, making it easier for your other allies in their attacks. So it's not just about attacking, it's about breaking through, causing chaos, causing stress, causing pressure on the defenders to make a mistake. You want your opponent to make a mistake. You want to force that mistake. And you only force that mistake by putting pressure on them. Trolls are pretty buddied up. This is where the Blackwart's Legion would be handy. Or the Urkai Berserkers. What have we got here? Wardens of the North. This is what we talked about. So, where are the javelins coming in? Looks like they're targeting the thieves with Tharbad. Berserkers need to be sent in. They love this kind of fight. They're pretty bloodied up. Trolls of the White Hand need to be sent in. That Trebuchet could also destroy this entire unit of Urukai infantry. He's got to get them closer to the hill over there. But those Rudar clansmen are. Fortunately for Don, that Trebuchet is not firing.
Pray something changes in the course of battle.
How's it going over here? Okay, so Ruin has charged through. Good for them, but where's their... They need supporting troops holding their right flank. They're exposed. Manatron Gatekeeper is here from Medieval in a nice position here to shut down this assault. Looks like Medieval switched targets. He was going to shoot at something and then changed it. Now they're shooting at something else. Defenders need to reinforce this defense. The thieves are looking a bit thin there. Manatron Gatekeeper is targeting the reinforcements, melting away the Lokshan Rim, which is good. Harridan Berserkers throwing their axes away. The God Helm, even. If they were here, they could shoot the Black Flag Rim. Are there sharpshooters up here? Oh, they are, but they're out of ammunition. Okay, we've got the Wardens here. Basically, this is a muscle and muscle fight. We've got the Urukai Berserkers here. Look, the only way the defenders, the attackers, sorry, can beat the defenders is to send basically in everything right now. That Trebuchet could be of a concern. I think it does have a shot. But maybe it's playing up here on Medieval. Maybe he wants it to go after this blob here, but for some reason it won't fire on him. It has happened in the past. Looks to be stuck. No, it just moved. It's aiming this way now. Be good if they had any spare crossbow units or javelins to spare. I don't think they do, and that's unfortunate for them. Because the Lattice and Medieval... Sorry, not the Lattice. Do we have units from all three factions here? I thought we did. We do. We've got Propa, Medieval, and Iron. Yeah, all these units here would be prime target here for axe throwers, javelins, everything, crossbows. Fortunately for the defenders, they don't have anything over here like that. So that's really helping them out. So it's really helping out the attackers, sorry. Oh god, it's really helping the defenders. I can't get my words straight. Who's firing though? We've still got a couple of volleys here. We've got 19 Urukai crossbows left. $73 here to 60 in favour of the attackers. So it switched around a little bit there on us. Alright, Propa set up reinforcements, which enabled Iron to put his archers up here on the hill. You may remember that we had swordsmen here before. Probably should target the Black Uruks of the mountain if they can. Like Siren looking pretty thin. They're still shooting at the Scion Rim. He needs to switch targets. He's risking friendly fire by targeting the Scion Rim. They're really thin. Got medieval targeting the blob here. Where's he shooting now? Most of the arrows are clearing the ledge, which is what you want. Black Urux are not broken, but they're retreating. But Nazgul higher back there from Don. I was wondering where they were on the other side. I didn't see him. Defense looking pretty good over here. But the attackers need to keep up the pressure. They need to make sure that these guys need to stay here so that their allies on the other side have a chance to break through.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Well, I think the attackers even have enough units here to actually break through, but maybe it's time to send them all in. I mean, we've got... Okay, this is good. I don't know why they didn't bring these guys up sooner. This will definitely help things along here for the attackers for sure. Now, being the defender, they have to fall back. They have to fall back to this position here to defend themselves against the crossbows. Probably here is probably the best place. They don't want to fall back to... Maybe you don't want to fall back to here because the heavy gun crossbows can get on the hill here and shoot at you. $80 to 67. The dumb and outrunners, I am surprised to see us still alive and standing around. $81 to 67. We got a fresh unit here of dismounted Florence Iron Knights. Back up Tribesman, tearing them up. Okay, there goes Medieval's general.
They may lose heart and flee.
Alright, 84 to 69. Defenders looking a bit better now. They were a bit thin before, but seem to have stabilised things a little bit. You've got 2 units of elderly archers here, surrounding the Simon room, which does help things a lot. Wardens of the north also are here. Looks like they came around from the other side. How's the defense going here? Doing much better. It is good that the defenders have got off the elevated part of this hill. It does make it harder for the crossbows from the Misty Mountains to hit them. Now we had Trolls of the White Hand before, and also some Uruk-hai infantry. So it's possible the plan of the attackers here is to wait till the ranks here thin out a bit, and let the crossbows try and get as many hits as they can. I've got a few thousand frames left. Berserker really bloodied up here. Oh, he killed one elf before he went down himself. True Berserker style. Disbanded Knights of Numinas arriving on scene. Propa as general is here. Both fights coming in pretty tight actually. Got the defenders fighting their way back into this. Now I've got some Camille Shadowguard here, which is going to make things a bit more difficult. Nazgahai also on the front lines now. Got the attackers bringing up their heavy hitters. Minotaur and Gatekeeper's broken. Okay, defenders sort of wheeling around to establish a new battle line facing this way. We've got the ones on the north trying to protect the rear of the Brunan Rewards. Blackback Mountain Berserkers.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Witches are now firing. They miss. Elder enemy spearmen from Iron must run in. They are seconds away from being destroyed. I don't know what Iron is waiting for here. He cannot afford to leave these guys standing still. It is. They are done. And now Iron probably got the shock of his life. A full unit of Elder enemy spearmen just gone. That's it. Done. Had they been here, the defenders could have held for much, much longer. We should have sent them into combat straight away. The witches would not have been able to hit them. At least that much. That I'm certain of.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Okay, we got Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen here. They're not firing, but the Belkol Tribesmen are. Medieval's gatekeepers reformed and came back.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
$94.75. Roman gatekeepers broke again, this time for good. Defenders won't hold here indefinitely. Their destruction is imminent over here. God Helm holding back the Witchroman Slavers and Camille Shadowguard. The defense has been swamped by the White Uruk Fearmongers, Uruk-hai Infantry and Trolls of the White Hand. Okay, there goes Iron's General.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
Propa's General is the last one remaining. I think we can skip it now. Go to the end. Yep, there goes Arthur's General.
Perhaps our chances of victory with it. We've been beaten by our foe.
Oh, that was subtle. Propa Gravy got 2,920. Medieval 2,396. Iron 2,674. Don 815. Balrog 456 1,083. Beast Mode on 70 867. General Chromosome 1,007. And X on 1,293. So well done to the defenders. Good kill counts all around here from everybody, all things considered. This Dismounted Force Aaron Knights ranged from 73 to 117. After they Men at Arms performed very well across the board, considering none of them had the armor upgrade. 40 to 137. Somehow another unit got -1 experience. I don't get that. After Marksman here, 3 units. Almost each got over 200 kills. 184, 225 and 246. Duno Troll Slayers range from 148 to 272. Duno Peacekeepers range from a meagerly 12 to 241. Arthane Parkin ranged from 171 to 249. And the rest of the units did good to excellent, I'd say. So, thank you to Propa Gravy for sending the replay. Unlucky there for the defenders, it just wasn't their day. Especially unlucky to Iron, whose Elder Enemy Spin there were destroyed by witches. Witches make you pay a deadly price for the slightest mistake you make. So, that's a bit unfortunate there for your Iron, but it happens. Thank you to Propa again for sending the replay. Congratulations to the attackers on their victory. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one.